So we're gonna talk about the possibility of the 82nd Airborne boots on the ground in Iran. Because there's this back and forth. People are saying, they don't think that's gonna happen. You got Trump saying all options on the table, but before he was saying they don't think they need boots on the ground in there. But he's talking about regime change, and Iran just, they just named their new supreme leader, which was the son of Khamenei. So if they're going to do regime change, you could drop all the bombs you want. That is not going to change the regime. So the only way you change a regime is by ground forces. And the 82nd Airborne is, from what I'm hearing, on high alert right now. Okay, so there's a possibility that they could be used to go into Iran. Oh man, but so let's talk about them real quick. The 82nd, man. They're designed for forced entry, like seizing a foothold. And in conflict with Iran, their success in Iran, it's gonna be defined by specifics, man. By limited objectives rather than total takeover. Because that's a big country. You got people that have been ready to fight, people ready to die. Iran is much bigger than Venezuela, much bigger than Iraq. So yeah, this is a different animal, man. It is. So how would the 82nd how would they be used if they were to go in? Well, one way I believe that, probably they'll use them to secure infrastructure, like important infrastructure, like seizing airfields, oil terminals, stuff like that. There's an island out there too. I think it's called Karg Island. Like something like that. They would succeed in these initial snatch and grabs. No snatch and grabs, but they're very fast and they have overwhelming air support too. So that's a possibility. Now, another way I'm thinking too, like decapitation support, they could be used to secure the compound, like the government buildings, and prevent like IRGC people from, regrouping. That's a possibility. But I don't know, man. I can't see the reality of that being successful. I mean, I know the military is strong and all of that, but man, listen, man, everybody got their limits, bro. Yeah, people be sitting up here. People act like the U.S. military is some robot cyborgs. Dude, they're human beings just like everybody else, man. There's the cemetery, national cemetery is full of troops that didn't make it, man. Just like Iranian troops, just like Russian troops. Yeah, they're hardcore military men, but they breathe and pump blood just like the next dude. So anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. So I know you people out there that put the U.S. military up here on this pedestal, man. Y'all got to stop that shit, man. Y'all got to stop that. Now, if the 82nd Airborne was used, what could possibly go wrong in that situation? Well, one thing that could go wrong is an urban insurgency. You got the people around, little armed civilians armed up, little militia groups. The 82nd, like if they took the city center, they would likely face a massive resistance from, what was that militia called? The Basij, I think that was the name of the militia, and the IRGC, leading to serious heavy combat. So they would get bogged down with some heavy shit. So that's a strong possibility. I'm pretty sure the 82nd will be ready for it. But I mean, this is their home, man. It's just like if Iranian special forces came over here, they'd get chewed up. Simple as that. So why is it any different when our troops go over to somebody else's homeland. You know, come on, man. Y'all got to start using your head. Another thing that could go wrong is it could be a geographic trap too. And as I said, Iran is, I think, like 3 or 4 times bigger than Iraq. And they got a lot of mountains. So, like the 82nd, if they were in there, they could become like islands themselves. Troops could be surrounded by hostile terrain and then making their logistics and resupply hard. You know what I mean? It's kind of similar like Afghanistan. You got all these mountainous regions. You got a lot of these dudes and that could be hiding out in the mountains, sniping them and stuff. So yeah, come on, man. I would hate to see them go into a meat grinder like this. I mean, seriously. And then another thing that could go wrong if the 82nd was sent in there is regional retaliation too. Like American boots on the ground would probably make the proxies like the Houthis, Hezbollah, them dudes like that, launch full-scale attacks on the bases in Qatar or Bahrain or, UAE. But from what I'm hearing, those places are already destroyed. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people are reporting that a lot of those U.S. bases already like been obliterated. I don't know how true it is. We ain't out there, So while the 82nd they do their thing, I don't think that's a good idea, man. So we shouldn't be in there anyway. We should not have been messing with these people, bro. I mean, damn, bro. Can we just have like a year? Yo, you remember Boys in the Hood when Ricky, he bumped into Ferris? You remember that? That scene when they was outside or parked outside and the blood dude Ferris, he bumped into Ricky and then Doughboy got out the car, flashed his gun. And that girl was like, yo, can we just have one more night without people shooting and killing each other? That's how I feel about these wars, bro. Can we just go 1 year, yo? Can we just go 1 year without a fucking war, man? And listen, I know I'm tired of it. I know these troops tired. I know they tired, but the problem is with the troops, as much as it's wrong, I don't approve of what they're doing because I think the U.S. military is being abused. They're abusing our military. They're misusing it. And I think the military is only supposed to be used to defend the homeland. I don't believe in having our troops stationed in all these other countries. The only countries that we should be stationed in are like the countries, our territories, like Puerto Rico, Guam. I understand that, but putting our bases in Bahrain and Qatar, we don't own none of that stuff. We should not be there, bro. And they're abusing our military for U.S. reasons, but for other countries' reasons as well. And we know this already. They can try to fake it all they want, but we know the truth. It's ridiculous, man. But anyway, man, I'm off this. It's Rebel Like Truth. Catch y'all later.